Banks can be a double-edged sword in our lives. They offer financial opportunities, but if we're not vigilant, they can also be the architects of our financial downfall. It's up to us to wield that sword wisely and protect our financial well-being. We're going to dive into a topic that affects us all: how banks might be impacting your financial well-being without you even realizing it.
It's the banks run the world. The rich run the world. They don't care if you're communist or capitalist. And so the banks love it. They love people who borrow lots of money. So how do I get rich? I borrow money. And I buy assets with it. The poor person borrows money and buys liabilities like purses, cars, houses, and they get poorer and poorer and poorer.
Before we get started, be sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss our thought-provoking content. Now, let's get right into it. 1. High interest rates and credit cards. Our first point of discussion revolves around the high interest rates charged by banks on credit cards. Many people fall into the trap of accumulating debt, and these high interest rates can make it extremely difficult to dig your way out. Imagine paying an interest rate of 20% or more on your credit card balance. It's like throwing your hard-earned money down the drain. Banks make a significant profit from this practice, but it can be detrimental to your finances.
Rule number one in Rich Dad Poor Dad: the rich don't work for money. Most people miss that one. Well, that goes back to 1971 when Nixon took us out the gold standard and money became fake money. So anyway, my rich dad was preparing me to think about how can I make money without money. And the way I do it, I create an asset, like a book. I'm not saying write books because that's a tough industry. But I write a book today. I sell 50 licenses to 50 different languages, and I collect royalties for years, a long tail. So my money just keeps coming in. From with that, I borrow. So let's say I make $10 in a book. I'll borrow $50 to invest in real estate. I step up my basis for depreciation. That's financial education.
Yeah.
2. Overdraft fees and hidden charges. Banks are notorious for hitting customers with overdraft fees and hidden charges. Even a small mistake in managing your account can lead to hefty fines. These fees can accumulate quickly, leaving you struggling to make ends meet. It's crucial to understand your bank's policies and fees to avoid falling victim to this money-draining scheme.
Do you know why they tell you to save money?
I don't know.
Because the system of banking has nothing to do with communism or capitalism. So when you save, well, let's say you save $1 US or €1, 1 yen, the banking system can lend out 10. So the entire system is called the fractional reserve system. The fractional reserve system is also printing money. And then they tell you to save money. So they want you to save money so they can lend out your money 10 times. So your dollar became worthless 10 times over. And then they used to pay you 10% interest on your money. Now it's at best 1%. And they're still lending it out 10 times. So that's why you don't save money, is because your money is becoming worth less and less and less and less and less. The banks are getting richer and richer and richer. Then they tax you on that interest they pay you. That 1% interest, if they pay you that much. Japan is 0. And the Japanese are so stupid, they still save money.
We also have 0.
And they still save money. How stupid is that? That's what I would question. So how come that happens? Now, if I borrow money, guess what? Do I pay taxes on debt?
I guess no.
Why is that? This is what I'm saying, okay? Question everything.
Okay.
So when they lend out money.
3. Investment products with high fees. While banks offer various investment products, some come with high fees that can eat into your returns over time. Investors should be aware of the fees associated with their investments, such as mutual funds, and consider lower-cost alternatives like index funds or ETFs to grow their wealth more efficiently.
That's how money is created. Money is debt. They lend out them. Why is debt tax-free?
I don't know.
Because that's how money is created. And so the banks love it. They love people who borrow lots of money. But I use debt. I borrowed $300 million after the crash, dollars. In 2000, by 2010, I had borrowed $300 million to buy real estate. That made me rich. And the interest rates kept coming down. So my cost of money kept coming down. And so everybody else is saying, oh, you should get out of debt. You know why? Because they don't question the hypnosis they're under. You've been hypnotized to work hard for money, to save it. The fractional reserve system prints it. And then they pay taxes after taxes. So I have all this debt and I get rich.
4. Predatory lending practices. Predatory lending practices, often associated with some banks, can lead to homeowners losing their homes through foreclosure or borrowers getting trapped in endless debt cycles. Understanding the terms of your mortgage or loan is crucial to avoid falling into these traps. Always consult with a financial advisor before making such significant financial decisions. 5. Lack of transparency. One of the most significant concerns is the lack of transparency when dealing with banks. Many consumers are left in the dark about fees, interest rates, and the true cost of their financial products. Banks should prioritize transparency, and consumers must demand clear and honest communication when engaging with financial
Back
institutions.
in Vietnam in '73, my poor dad said, get your MBA. And my rich dad laughed. You turn out to be an employee. Who else hires guys with MBAs? You know what I mean? He was just pragmatic about it. He says, if you really want to be rich, take a class on real estate. And I said, why is that? He says, once you understand real estate, it's based on debt. And he says, you will learn how to use debt as money, because that's what happened in '71. The US dollar became debt. So once you learn how to use debt as money, you can never say, I can't afford it. After the crash of 2008, the banks gave me $300 million tax-free to buy real estate that the idiots had lost. And they were idiots because the prices were so high. Why would you buy it at the top of a market? Don't you know that's going to crash?
Conclusion. In conclusion, it's essential to be aware of how banks operate and how their practices can impact your financial well-being. While banks play a crucial role in our economy, it's equally important to protect your interests and make informed financial decisions. Thank you for joining us today on. If you found this video informative, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. We'll see you in the next video.